Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with yet another episode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm your host, Apollo. If you remember last time we left off, we went through this fire, and we have a new friend, Valerie, who was unfortunately fatigued. She's a fighter, specifically a tower shield specialist. And her stats are kind of bad, especially now that she is, well, she's fatigued, so she takes a penalty on a lot of things. So we're just gonna have to kind of deal with it for this little bit. She's not gonna be the most useful in combat. Yeah, we're gonna sort of make do
if you dare.
and continue on. And as you can see, the first of many important battles. I think, who do we want to rush? Who do we want to rush? A spellcaster specifically. Well, they're these rift channelers, so I'm probably just going to start here. As we kick him in the ass, and he dies because we kicked him in the ass so hard. Quite literally, kicking their ass. The only problem about this game specifically, and she killed him, Jesus Christ. The bad thing about this game is that sometimes in fights like this, it's quite difficult to sort of do it quickly, because the game kind of hitches every now and then. Harem, go here. What can you even do? You've got some first level spells here. Yeah, let's just bless. Jthal, can you charge? I don't think you can. You charge Valerie. I guess charge that assassin. I really like these larger scale fights in this game. They really slow everything down, unfortunately. Mirror Image, that is one of the best spells in the game. And it seems like they have summoned a Manticore. Hopefully, Lady Aldori will be fine, but it seems like that Manticore cannot hit her. So, that'd probably be fine. Lindsay, I guess, move forward a little bit. Cartuccio, you can also walk up here. And as far as spells that you can actually cast, probably just Mirror Image. Or, Magic Missile. And we're gonna do this assassin leader. Actually, no, we're gonna do the bowman, because the bowman hurts. Do we do this? Yeah, we probably just do it. And we kick this dude in the shin, and he dies. There's something deeply funny to me, too, about playing a monk. You just punch a guy so hard he dies. It's very funny to me. And it probably shouldn't be that funny to me, but it is. And Valerie, good job. I'm surprised she killed with her penalties. Oh, there's a Miri, our friend. Harem. What are we gonna have you do? Can you charge? Yeah, sure, charge the leader, I guess. Alright, you hit the mirror image, that's fine. You can also charge. Who can you charge? Sure, charge the bowman. this little bit, I don't really have anything super interesting to talk about. Oh no, I know what is a good talking point. Uh, I am recording this over the holidays, and I'm a little curious. How was everyone's holidays? Put in the comments down below. My holiday was not anything particularly special. Not really much of anything. That's big damage. That is probably the most damage I have done with that spell in a long time. Yeah, let's do this rift channel. Get him out here. I haven't really done anything. Nothing's really remarkable. It's technically before Christmas, so I can't even really tell you, like, what in terms of, like, gifts I'm getting. I have some gifts coming in that I'm just kind of waiting on. But yeah. And just like that, we have completed, before we talk to her, we're gonna loot. And then I'm gonna quick save. Real quick. And now we talk to her.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
So this is why I said you shouldn't trust this man about as far as you can throw him. And he might be small, but I promise you can't throw him as far as you think you can. If you do want to put the ring on, you can keep the ring on. It is, I believe, a +1 ring of protection, which just gives you an extra bonus to your armor class, which is what is calculated to determine whether an attack hits. I think if you don't put it on, you lose the ability to have it be a magic item, and it's just kind of a collector's item that you can sell. Maybe there's an NPC down the road that, like, you can hand it off to, and that NPC will potentially buy it from you or do something with it. I'm not entirely sure. But where am I going with this? We didn't do that. Even if you didn't do that, there is this knowledge world check that you can have to basically be like, hey, no, I don't. That's not me. Look at me. I don't do that. But this guy, look at him and listen to him. He talks like he's from there. We're not going to do that. We specifically didn't put it on. So we're going to literally just pull the ring from the pocket and tell him, you mean this ring? The one that you gave me?
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy, and the mug of a spy!
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it. And not just that. Upon finding the guard's salaries in the armory, he immediately pocketed it all.
We weren't trying to take the money. We just wanted to keep it away from the bandits.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
Well, of course, theft is not to be condoned. However, when the fire burns around you, and you are but one step away from death, is it not insane to worry about laws and rules?
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? Some scoundrels set your mansion on fire, and as we were approaching the room, we saw your brave guards, your underlings, dying in the fire, begging to be saved. And what did our leader do? He passed right on by, mercilessly leaving them to their fates. Simply heartless.
I regret that I couldn't save everyone. I would have if I could. I'm sad for the parish, but I had to decide between helping them and Lady Aldori. Forgive me if I chose wrongly.
Alas, sometimes such decisions must be made. Don't blame yourself. You did the right thing.
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
It's very funny to me that she says this because we literally did just the thing that she's saying, and essentially the actions that you do during this sequence will determine what people you start with when you sort of split up, because if you can't read between the lines here, the two groups, the group of people here are sort of separating into two camps, and I'm sure as Lady Aldori is going to say here in a second, they're going to splinter off.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Once again, we didn't waste time helping the people that were in the fire. Now, would I personally do that IRL? I don't know. I just know fire's scary, and it's one of my fears, and I would want to get away from the fire as fast as possible. Which sucks. But fight or flight, and I'm not fighting, personally. So, that's just me.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spine guts from the trees.
Miri never changed. She's so dramatic, but I love it. It's so funny.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navacta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies. I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Pitax. But you should know that it isn't just Pitax we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Tonight we are victorious. Sorry, that'll be the first time I start breaking out into song. I'm a very musically inclined person, and I love music, just as general. Randomly, my stupid little brain is gonna be like, oh hey, song. And then I'm not gonna be able to resist the urge to like sing a little bit of it, because I'm dumb, and my brain dumb. And you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
And we are unfortunately over encumbered. Here is Amiri. We know her. We are going to level her up off screen, and then I had my mic muted, so for that, I apologize. But anyway, we're in this fight, so let us begin. Let's start with the courage. And what do I want to have you do, Lindsay, first? These are just some animals. Let's just shoot him.
Right.
And he's dead, and here I come. We can't charge, but we'll just hit this guy anyways. Oh my god, he exploded into giblets. Good lord. I believe that is also another mod. I think there's a gore mod that you can get.
Tear them apart!
Amiri, get him. Skin, collect. Skin, collect. And then unfortunately, this guy got exploded into giblets. There is no getting loot from him. He is beyond salvageable. My inventory weight is too great. Oh, it's because I've looted so much. Okay, well, we'll drop some things. We also have Nunchaku, which I kind of want to use, but we're kind of committed to the unarmed build. So I'm gonna take these Nunchaku just in case we find some like super neat magical ones, but not gonna get my hopes up. Alright, now we should be able to continue on. We're gonna leave all those behind because it's too heavy. We will continue onward.
Adventures can wait.
We need to rest. So let's manage here.
Our adventures are so great. Soon I will be able to write an epic tale just like my favorite books, Legend of the Archknights of Avestan. You know, Valerie, not everyone flails about screaming like you do. Guy Chasseur de Lambert had finesse, style, grace. He danced around his opponents, killing only when he had to. You could learn from him, oaf.
I suppose he was the greatest swordsman of the age? What a joke. dancing around the battlefield like a tavern act. I've never seen someone dance during combat, little one. Sounds made up.
This is another thing I really like about this game is the little campfire conversations, both in the overworld and if you're like actually camping on one of the like individual maps, which is a lot of fun and helps like really give this air of like the world is like lived in, which not every game does, and it's a real big reason why I'm a big fan of these games. And here we are at the trading post. Uh-oh. What do we have here?
In the name of the Stag Lord, lawful authority in the Stolen Lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer.
And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, you dimwit. We're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood, too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up with that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and come again. Oleg, the large man with a rough face, stops talking when he notices you. Ah, you must be the gift from Rostov. I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on your way, and I'll let you go in peace. All right, we'll leave. But what makes you think we won't just return with greater numbers?
Why would we leave when we got easy pickings from Rostov before us? We'll rip your guts out and empty your pockets.
Hey, Lindsay? Courage? And I guess mirror image, just to be safe. Mirror rage? Charge. Valerie, go to this guy. Murder. Myself, I know that there is someone invisible around here. I guess they're just gone. So I guess we're just gonna kick this bandit in the ass.
Don't hold back!
And he's dead. Just like that. We're gonna collect all this loot, and then we're gonna come to this guy and sell said loot after we talk to him. Take that, scoundrels! But now, the girl got away. A plague on her. She certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came here before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what we're to do? Only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. Saw it. Just needed to be sure you were all right. My name is Svetlana. Saw your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they? When will they arrive? Who are they? They're Stag Lord's gang. That's who. These lands teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut. You must just stirred them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day. Maybe less. Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly. And his henchmen are more like demons than men. Tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there? What do they want? What do they want? Those bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, steal the better part of our money every month as toll for their leader. They even broke our gates so we wouldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6, sometimes it's a whole gang. I'd have shown them what for long ago, if not for Svetlana. They claimed they were collecting taxes. Why? The Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders as long as they're paid. They charge an arm and leg as taxes, and they call it their execution's punishment for treason. Even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord, they're killed fast if they're lucky. Now why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I've no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Most gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership. Especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Dovin from Nisrock come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with this attack. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Levitin is the last name you'll hear accustomed to being ungrateful. If we manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide Svetlana. Please don't argue, Dove. Now, we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for the battle. Some pretty solid traps around here. Some tar and a box of alchemist fire, it looks like. Alchemist fire? We could put it by the gate and light it off with a burning arrow when those bandits are nearby. They could set the posts on fire. Well, maybe if we cover the walls with something to protect them. Alright. Yeah, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. It's good with a crossbow back in my day. I'm gonna look around, think on the best way to use the tar traps. Alright, as soon as you're finished, let us know. Don't leave the post. The bandits could return at any time. I think what I'm gonna do, this video is running a bit long. I think I'm gonna end here and we'll sort of start off next episode, finishing our conversation with Oleg and Svetlana and this guy over here, Boken is his name. And then we'll get right into this bandit attack. If you have watched through the video this far and you enjoyed what you've seen thus far, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will do my best to answer any comments. Thank you so much for watching, and this is Apollo, and I will see you next time.